on time. We stay in Europe for just a moment and turn to another country that has presented its VNR last year, the Netherlands. And Martijn, the youth delegate, we would like to hear from you a little more about how that worked and what modalities the Netherlands uses to involve young people in the Netherlands, not only through delegates in the VNR process, and maybe also what challenges they had and how that is going to continue.
Thank you. Yes, I can definitely talk a bit about that. This is it. You don't see, yeah, you see it now on the camera. This is the Dutch National Report for the Voluntary National Reviews. And you might think it's just a bunch of pages and words, of course, but it implies much more than that. Because it shows that our government is recognizing us as valuable partners in co-creating this sustainable future. I want to highlight three gains that we got from being part of the Voluntary National Review. And the first one is ownership. We were provided with ownership from our government to write our own part of the reports, do our own studies, surveys, interviews. We ran an SDG project on many schools and to make sure that students also were thinking about ways how they could actually also contribute to the SDGs. So that ownership was very useful and actually resulted in a lot of activities that we did. And now you see more and more youth organizations actually using the SDGs in their strategies, in their projects, etc. The second gain is new insights and ideas. We came up with different issues and similar ones than our governments. So learning from each other can only help to create policies that are really focused on sustainability and resilience. And the third point is partnerships. We are working together with the government for the second national review and also with the follow-up process. So including youth in those VNR processes will create ownership for young people, will give new insights and ideas, and create partnerships. So should those of you in the room that are not part of the VNR be included? Yes, for sure. And should those of you in the room that have the power to realize that, do so? Yes, for sure. And maybe you ask me how. Youth inclusion is always seen as something difficult. Who should you assign? How to be inclusive? The MGCY, youth delegates, a lot of UN agencies like the UNDP and UN Youth Envoy, SDG Action Campaign are working on a toolkit for countries to help them, to guide them in this process, how to include youth in the VNRs. But you can also come to me and ask me about this. And I want to also say, look around you. There are a lot of young people, probably also from your own country, and ask them. They are the experts. And to give you an example, Togo and Sri Lanka, my fellow peers, are at the moment working together with their government and UN agencies to make sure that youth is included in the VNRs. It's not just a moral obligation to make us part of decision-making. We are our own generational experts, visionaries, without established power interests. So doing this together, make sure that governments will be much more responsive for the transitions that we are facing. We need to do this hand in hand. Thank you very much.